Hi there. My name is Warren Bulmer, and I'm a police officer in Toronto, Canada. I've been with the Toronto Police Service for the past 30 years. My area of expertise in the past 15 plus years has been in the area of internet facilitated crimes, whether it be internet facilitated crimes against children, the online child exploitation, or more recent times, I've spent the last few years in the financial crimes area. Both have significant investigations involving the internet. Also during that 15 years, I've been a full-time instructor in the area of technological crime, cybercrime, online open source investigations. So for the past 15 years, my specialty has been dealing with online investigations, either doing the investigations myself and or teaching others how to do those types of investigations, regardless of the type of crime they may be faced with investigating. I have gone to court a number of occasions and testified as an expert in various different areas in relation to the analyzing of digital evidence, whether it be from online internet sources or information that's been stored or found on a computer via computer forensics. So one of the things I talk about when it comes to planning or where do I start with my open source or my online investigation where I want to collect or find information. I think it really boils down to you have to figure out what is your objective. So my objective for doing what I'm about to do on the internet, this is what I'm looking to do. So if you've established I need to identify this individual or I need to find connections between individuals involving this investigation, I want to be able to link people to prove that they know each other through their Facebook friends or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So your objective is, what do I need to establish by doing what I'm going to do with the internet? And the second part you need to think about is, if I am going to engage on the internet and I run into digital evidence, do I have the lawful authority to do what it is I'm doing? So you have to obviously be mindful of what your legal authorities are. I think in the early days when we started with the internet and investigations, we just assumed that anything that we found, regardless of where it was found, how we found it, was automatically going to be legal. But over the years, we've learned that people have expectations of privacy over their things. There's things that we do on the internet where we may have to justify what it is we're doing because of where we looked or how we did that. So part of your planning is figuring out what is my legal foundation and what is my purpose? What do I hope to accomplish by starting out with this investigation on the internet? Then I would suggest you pick a starting point. Have a starting point in mind as to where you want to go or why you're going there, and develop yourself some sort of framework or workflow that you're going to work from. So if you decide you're going to start with a Google search, for instance, expect that what you put into Google, the results are going to be only things that Google has captured about what it is you're trying to find, and they may lead you into thousands of results. And are you at the ability or do you have the capacity to look through thousands of potential results because you've done a very basic Google search? And how do you handle that volume of internet data? How do you validate something that is in Google if it's related to what it is you're trying to find? So your plan is thinking about what your objective is, where you're going to start, as well as what legal authorities you have in order to do what you're doing, representing whatever it is you're doing, and have some sort of structure or plan, call it a framework, call it a workflow, that as I'm going to engage in doing these searches and I'm coming across stuff, I have to have the ability to capture, record, or save information, store that information. And when it comes to starting with something like a Google search, I may be over inundated with lots of websites, and I have to dedicate the time and resources in order to go through and analyze all of those to determine whether or not they're related to my investigation. So I think that's the first initial steps when it comes to preparing or planning to start your online or your open source investigation.